tough loss. Thought really struggled offensively, especially in the second half. Turnovers, penalties. Just overall disappointed. I thought our defense was better, especially in the first half, stopping the run. They kept us in it. Had a big turnover in the red zone, gave us a chance to win the football game, but in the end, it was just execution. We can't have penalties and be behind the chains the way we were, and you can't turn the football over, especially on the road against a really good Pac-12 football team. So, just from an execution standpoint, we got a lot to get cleaned up.
Questions?
A lot of that came from Rollins being out, seemed like.
Some, but no excuses. We practiced Javon in there, and we're prepared for that. So when he goes down, next man up. Same thing with AJ. Van's prepared. You got to step up. No excuses. You got to get step in and get your job done. Injuries are part of football. We got to coach them better. We got to go on the open date and get these things fixed.
Why was there never a rhythm offensively tonight?
You know what? The penalties played a big part in that. We just stayed behind the chains a lot, and that was the disappointing thing. A lot of it was self-inflicted. They did a nice job mixing up the coverages and doing some inside pressures to keep Shea in the pocket. But overall, the penalties was what did it.
Matt, after AJ, there didn't seem to be like a lot of dropped passes necessarily, but nobody really making plays among your receivers. What did you think of the play of the group?
We have high expectations, and I think just the offense as a whole, we expect to perform better. But you're right, the penalties and some drops, and I think all that causes you to not have a rhythm.
You were only down 20-16, even with all that said, and had the ball. What happened on that drive, and specifically on that pick six? I know you haven't seen the film yet, but
yeah, I'm not sure. It looked like maybe somebody dropped out. Looked like maybe from the D-line or linebacker, just kind of, and Shea didn't see him. But I'll have to watch the tape to see for sure.
Another night where you guys just didn't get much from the running game. What did you see there? What were the struggles?
Yeah, I thought we had some opportunities in the run game. That's disappointing. I thought that we would run the ball well tonight, and we just got to look at it and see. I thought, especially when they went to their 4 down front, I thought we would hurt them some in the run game. We hit a big play to start the second half, and was called back for holding. And I think Jordan had a couple of big runs, but again, the penalties and just a lack of rhythm really hurt us on offense.
Were the delay of game penalties a result of what Shea was doing, or was there communication from the sideline that wasn't getting
I think just the first time playing on the road, we just got to do a better job of getting the play in quicker, and Shea being aware of the play call.
Are any of those injuries you're concerned about? Is AJ, Wonderlick, Rollins?
Yeah, we'll just have to evaluate them when we get back and see. Sean looked like he had a pretty bad ankle sprain. Those are usually a couple of weeks. AJ, I know it was a knee. I'm not sure how bad. And Gary, I think it was a hamstring that was bothering him.
Jalen Julius?
Jalen Julius looked like he hurt. It looked like he hit his shoulder, came out of place. I'm not sure if it was a stinger or separation. I'm not sure.
Coach, do you think tonight was a reflection of how important Sean is to that offensive line? Because it really seemed like the game turned when he went out.
Yeah, Sean is very important. But again, injuries are part of football. Next guy's got to step up, be ready to go.
If he's out for any extended period of time, Sean, you think about pulling red shirts off some of your young guys?
Potentially. I think just for depth purposes, Ben Brown will have to step in there. Maybe may look at Jordan Sims some at center as well. Just we can move Javon back to guard, but right now moving forward, Javon will be the center if Sean was out.
This team's had plenty of off-the-field adversity. How do you feel like they'll handle, a loss?
I just told them we've been through a lot together, and I think the important part is when this team faces adversity, you see what happens, and we're not going to do it alone. We're going to do it together, and that's what I told them in the locker room after the game, is that we're together. We've been through a bunch together, and we're going to get through this together. The only way that you can get a bad taste out of your mouth is to go back on the practice field and go back to work, and that's what we're going to do.
Matt, when Shea runs, is he getting north and south quick enough? Do you like what you're seeing there?
It looks like he's maybe trying to extend the play to look for receivers down the field and make a play. And I think sometimes maybe he can tuck in and run and get north and south. But again, I think he's trying to extend the play and make a big play down the field with his arm. I think that's just experience and playing where maybe you might see them tuck and run a little bit more.
You mentioned your defense. Did you think the tackling was better?
It looked like it to me. I think we might have one or two missed tackles. But overall, I thought they did a better job against the run, especially in the first half, trying to get us in some long yardage situations.
Anything else for Coach?